Hey guys, here's a look at my rain barrel setup that I'm sort of working on here in the old backyard and got put together here in the last couple of days. Basically, I just have your basic 3 barrels that you can buy at any hardware store or whatever. I just happen to have these sitting around, so I hooked them all up here under the east trough. You can see each one has a hose on the bottom. I would like to eventually just connect all the hoses on the bottoms and then somehow just run it off all one barrel, so when I'm draining it, it's draining from all 3, but I'll have to get a T adapter in there and so on, but that's another day. These things like to fall down, so I've just put this bungee cord on here for now, and you can see the other ones for the other barrels because they end up losing water. Once they start to rain a little bit, they tend to fall off, but you can see I connected them with just some tubing and just some regular gear clamps that you can buy just about anywhere. And yeah, they fill up. Again, some other gear clamps, some more tubing. These ones just connect up in series like this. It's kind of nice, these barrels. Not all of them have it. And you can see the one in the middle is sitting a little higher. So it fills up and then it overflows into these two. And then it runs off, once these 3 barrels are filled up, to permanently fix this somehow yet. I'm not quite finished. Just kind of been working on it here the last few hours. And it runs down this pipe, this tubing, into this regular 55-gallon drums that you can buy. And this is just a fitting here from, again, a hardware store, and it's threaded on one end. And basically just use a hole saw bit, drill a hole, and then just thread that right in, and then this pipe just slides on, and then tighten it down with a clamp. And fills up these 4 55-gallon plastic drums. You can see on that one there, it says soap, which it happened to have soap in. So I'm letting these fill up a few times, and we'll give them a few good rinses. I cleaned them out as best as I could, but maybe for now I'll just use it to water the grass or even wash the car or something for now before I water my plants or anything. We'll let them fill up and drain a few times. But you can see got them all connected together with some piping. I didn't have enough pipe to finish connecting to this T. Sorry about the shakes here with the camera. So I just have this one draining down to the ground for now until I get some more, and then maybe I'll put another T in here and a pipe running off for an overflow. But I just used your regular, 90-degree elbows, and this is just your regular bungs that come with the barrels, and they're threaded in here 3/4 inch. And you can just buy these gray pieces here that are threaded on both ends, and they thread right into this piece here, and then you just cut your pipe to the length, shove it in with some glue, and you're pretty much good to go. So you can see there, they're threaded on both sides. And then I just use some Teflon tape in there, make sure there's no leaks. Yeah, and another T's. This one here I couldn't find another T, so I had to get an adapter to hook up to the 3/4 inch pipe because it was threaded in both ends, where the other ones, these ones aren't, but they ran out. They didn't have any more in stock, and I couldn't find any, so yeah, just your regular 90-degree elbows, and then this little tap here, which seems to work really well. It doesn't leak, seems to be a pretty good flow. I just put a little bit of water in the barrels with the garden hose to fill them up, see if there was any leaks in the bottom pipes, and so far there's no leaks, so that's a good sign. And I haven't even gone to the point of gluing inside these fittings yet. They're just the pipes shoved in. So yeah, you can see that's working pretty good. So the reason I put this fitting in here, it didn't come with it, was attached a garden hose to it, and then hopefully make some use out of it so I don't have to run around with a pail all day. And it just kind of goes into this garden hose thingy, which needs an end and a nozzle. But anyways, the ultimate idea is to put a pump in line here because I need some pressure, and I'm going to use a pump to drive the water out. So I'll have to get a battery, a better battery than the one I have sitting around now, and put it up under the stairs here, and possibly even one more barrel. There's room in there, I think, for one more, so I think why not try and catch as much as I can and make the most use out of it. And then put a panel up on the wall, a solar panel, to charge the battery and collect some sun. I don't know how good it'll be on the wall, but for the amount of times I'm going to use it, it'll probably be enough radiant sunlight to charge up the batteries, but we'll have to try it and see. If not, it'll have to go on the roof. But for now I have just an old regular car battery laying around, and pardon the mess, I just kind of put it together to play with it. These are your regular Canadian Tire 1.8 solar panels that go on sale, fairly inexpensive, very, very cheap. You can see that there's a blue LED lit up there. That means it's actually producing some energy, and it's a fairly cloudy day. So yeah, I've got a couple of these here, you know, at 1.8 watts. I think it's whatever, 7.2 or whatever it happens to be, and they're just all connected up to these alligator clips that just clip onto the battery. And this was just to play around and see how it would work, and I just kind of have a mess of wires right now. And then I happen to have these broken solar lights in the garden that weren't making any light, but when I put my voltmeter on it, they were making energy. So the bulbs were gone, so I just thought, well, I'll wire them in series and see if they put anything out. And they put out 4.3 volts, which doesn't seem like very much, but I figured, well, anything helps. So wired those together, and it just comes down the wire here, hooks up, you know, to this fuse, which is probably a little overkill, but goes right to the battery. Sorry, this wire here goes right into the battery itself, and then, you know, these four here from the solar panels, and then I have this fuse here from positive coming up here to a regular cigarette lighter I got at a junkyard. You know, they pretty much give those away all day long, to one of these Motormaster Eliminator inverters. It's only 75 watts, but I've got an extension cord plugged into it right now, which charges up the cell phone. You can see, if I can hold this without shaking, you can see it's charging, and I usually plug my other phone in here, but we're using it. So yeah, these little things are pretty handy. They work pretty good. You know, they go on sale for relatively inexpensive. You can pick them up all the time. And for small things, they're pretty good. You can charge a laptop and stuff like that, cell phones in the car, whatever the case may be. But this is just an old battery I had laying around. You can see it's 650 cold cranking amps, so not a deep cycle battery, but it'll produce a little bit of energy that I get from these tiny panels here. And we'll try to upgrade this. Maybe I'll mount these four onto a piece of plywood and get them all butted up together nice and neat, and put them up on the roof or something to keep a deep cycle battery, not this one here, but a deep cycle charged up with those 12 volt utility pumps. I should be able to have enough energy in the battery to you know, pump out some water, wash the cars, water the plants, the grass, whatever the case may be. Again, I think I'll put one more barrel in there. They're cheap, you can find these anywhere, and you know, put this stuff together with a little bit of creativity. Anyways, if you have any comments or questions or even suggestions, what do you think I should do? Let me know. Love to hear from you, and hope all your projects turn out well.